Good afternoon for this Friday, April 7th. I'm Tom Jenkins. Welcome to Up to the Minute. We're coming to you from the studios of Marshall University, and we're glad you can join us here on our YouTube channel and on MUTV Channel 25. Now to our top story. Last night, President Donald Trump ordered an airstrike in response to the chemical attacks earlier this week in Syria. The attacks killed hundreds, including civilians. Here's what the president had to say last night about his decision.
My fellow Americans, on Tuesday, Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad launched a horrible chemical weapons attack on innocent civilians. Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike on the airfield in Syria from where the chemical attack was launched. Tonight I call on all civilized nations to join us in seeking to end the slaughter and bloodshed in Syria, and also to end terrorism.
Russian President Vladimir Putin released a statement condemning the U.S. airstrikes, saying Trump broke international law and has seriously damaged U.S. and Russian relations. Moving on to campus news, the symposium examining fake news was held yesterday in the basement of the Marshall University Student Center. Marshall's journalism students and faculty attended a panel of current and former journalists and two panelists specializing in law to try and combat this growing issue of fake news.
1966, a long time ago, was a pure or golden age as far as I am concerned with regard to the transmission of news. What happened then and what has happened since then is that technology has empowered those who spew fake news. They have instant access to the internet. They have instant immediacy in terms of what they're going to say and how they're going to say it.
As somebody who founded a Constitution Center at Marshall and thinks about the Constitution all the time and our government, I think that we as Americans, as citizens, we have a huge responsibility to the world that we're not living up to on the whole right now. And I blame in large part social media and something that I call siloing. I think that we've seen a lot of that with respect to the question of what is news. I think a lot of people, if they see something on their Facebook page or a tweet, believe that if they've read it, then it must have some validity somehow.
I think it was Daniel Patrick Moynihan who said, you are entitled to your own set of opinions, but you are not entitled to your own set of facts.
Some of the tips the panel would give for spotting fake news in the future consisted of checking where the article you're reading is coming from, who is being sourced throughout the story, and if the headline uses trigger phrases such as, "You won't believe this." We now move to a story that has students across campus consistently wondering, when will we get full coverage? That being Wi-Fi coverage. As reporter Cassell Lim tells us, much of Marshall's campus doesn't give students the full Wi-Fi coverage they need.
The regular march to get Wi-Fi campus-wide is still a problem today. The university's network, MUNet, has long been the lifeblood of the university. Yet today, there remains dead spots throughout the campus with partial coverage or no coverage at all.
Primarily because the coverage comes down to cost. So the places where we have no coverage, once we did the cost-benefit analysis, the coverage in those areas were deemed to be not as crucial as in others.
These dead spots vary from an open field in front of the science building to some corners in the dorm rooms. Officials say they are still working to reach into the spots that remain dark, but some students say they are aggravated as they are paying for the Wi-Fi, yet they are not getting it.
The best Wi-Fi I get is when I stay next to my dorm. I'm a college student, right? I need to type my papers, do my homework, and I can never do that in my room all the time. I have to come to like study lounge and study here. And if people are here, like I have to go to the library, you know?
I think the problem is in that router stuff. Router works only here. Like on my side, it doesn't work.
So what some of these students are saying that they are paying more than $2,000 a semester for this dorm room that promises them a Wi-Fi connection, while it works on their laptops, it doesn't work on their mobile device. Cassell Lim, MU Report.
Again, that was Cassell Lim reporting. Jake Griffith now joins us in the studio with your MUTV Sports Update. Jake?
Well, thanks, Tom. It's a big weekend for the Marshall softball team, sitting in the driver's seat in Conference USA at 25-9. The Herd welcome FAU this weekend for a 3-game series. Marshall's coming off a home sweep of Wright State Wednesday to stay undefeated at home this year. First pitch of the series is set for Saturday at 5 p.m. Well, big news for Marshall football fans. Conference USA announced Thursday that 2 of Marshall's upcoming road games this season have been flexed for national television coverage. Viewers can now catch October 20th's contest versus Middle Tennessee on ESPN2 and November 3rd's meeting with FAU on the CBS Sports Network. Marshall won both matchups with the 2 schools last season. The Marshall men's basketball team has tabbed former guard Cornelius Jackson as assistant coach. Jackson played for Marshall from 1998 to 2001. He spent the last 4 seasons at Cleveland State, helping the program to 58 wins during his tenure. He fills the void left in the absence of Chris Duhon. Finally, Commissioner Judy McLeod unveiled the conference's honor roll Thursday. In total, 211 Marshall athletes made the list, the second most this season behind Rice. The 211 is an increase from last season when Marshall had 208 on the honor roll.
Thanks, Jake, and it always impresses me when athletes can juggle both athletics and education. That's it for this episode of Up to the Minute. Thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel, and we're always looking for news that affects Marshall's campus and community. You can follow us on our Twitter at MUTV25. We'll be back Monday with another edition of Up to the Minute. As we go, we'll give you your MUTV Weekend Weather Update. I'm Tom Jenkins. Thanks for watching.